everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I'm on my way to my mechanic's house. I'm gonna get some maintenance done on my bike. Nothing major. This is pretty much what I wanted to get on here and talk about. Is when you purchase a motorcycle, you know, there's some people that just, you know, they get on it and they ride it and they ride it and they ride it and they don't do anything. They don't do any kind of maintenance. They don't check their tire pressure. They don't do none of that. They just get on it and ride it. And I feel that it is very, very, very important, very crucial that you go over a checklist of things that would need to be done on any motorcycle and might need more attention on your own motorcycle that you own, because there might be, you know, some parts that might be worn out, there might be some parts that need replaced, but just some simple things like, you know, checking your air pressure before you ride, even if it's not every single time you ride, but at least if you ride a couple times a week, at least do it once a week to check the pressure. Soon the temperature is going to be dropping. It's going to be fall and approaching winter. You know, here in PA, some people, they still ride in fall, but it's going to be very important at that point when the temperature drops to make sure you are on top of checking your tire pressure. Another thing is definitely your chain. Now, people just, like I said, they get on their bikes, they ride the bike, and they just don't even think about looking at that chain. Now, I've been learning over the years, and even when I first started riding, my first year, I bought a bike. I instantly did the coolant, instantly did the oil change, replaced the chain and the sprockets. I mean, I was doing basically what everyone who rides a motorcycle should be doing, because it is very important, and it's your life in your hands basically. And if your bike's not maintained the right way, something goes wrong, your bike shuts off or your chain pops, and, you know, worst case it you know, hit your engine case and you will have to replace the motor. But worst case, if it hits your leg. So that's why it's very important to maintain, clean, lube, inspect your chain all the time. I try to do mine as often as possible. Matter of fact, I actually just did it a few days ago whenever I washed my bike, and that's usually a good time. I know some people don't wash their bike, and I really don't wash my bike, but it was pretty dirty from a rainstorm. But usually that's a good time to go ahead and check everything out if you wash your bike, or even if you just wipe it off. It's usually a good time to make sure everything's running properly, make sure everything's you know, tight and secure. But another thing would be brake pads. Now, some people engine brake to stop or to slow down. I do a little bit of both. I do engine braking, and I use my brakes. Usually I'm on my front brake most of the time, but in certain situations I can get away with engine braking, or just like right there, I just didn't shift into fourth gear because fourth gear would have you know, would have been a little bit less resistance on the rear tire, and I would have probably been going a little bit faster than I needed to be. So I just left it in third and just let the engine brake take place. But your brakes are very, very important as well. You know, try to check them as much as possible. I'm not necessarily mechanically inclined. I can do my own oil and you know, just little stuff, but that's really not important. You can take it to somebody you know. In my case, I have my own mechanic who does the majority of my work, and it's important that, you know, you get your bike looked at often. You inspect it yourself. If you are mechanically inclined, it does make it a lot better that you're able to go ahead and wrench on your bike and learn different things. But that's just not me. That is not me. I'm not going to pretend like it is me. But I have no problem, you know, paying somebody to get the job done right. I'm not saying I don't have confidence in myself, but I just feel that somebody who knows how to do it, they're going to get it done right. They're going to get you in and out as quick as possible. So brakes is definitely another thing to always make sure you're checking. The next thing would be the brake fluid. People neglect that. I'm doing the brake fluid and oil today. I'm possibly going to see about replacing this front tire because I just recently, like maybe 2 weeks ago, got a brand new rear tire. But nothing beats having a front and rear tire brand new. That ride is just, there's nothing like that. Everyone who rides, they know exactly what I mean by having a brand new front and rear tire. There's nothing like that smooth feeling, that smooth transition. And I believe the first like 1,000 miles or so, breaking in a tire is just the best feeling. Maybe even more than that. Maybe like the first 2,000 miles. Like that's probably the best feeling on new set of tires. Like I said, I'm going to replace, flush, and bleed the front brake reservoir, front brakes. I'm going to do the rear brake reservoir and the rear brakes and things. Also, I am going back to maintenance and things like that. It's important, very important, to also monitor your oil level as you're riding your bike. Sometimes these bikes can burn a little bit of oil, and you know, depending on if it's not tuned the right way, or if you have you know, changed your air filter, or really anything can throw off how your bike might run from time to time. And sometimes the bikes, like I said, they can just burn oil. It's just a natural thing. Cars do the same thing. But it's important to check your oil level often as well. You know, with the sight glass, tip it over. Most of you guys know what I'm talking about, so I don't need to really explain it too much. If I can think of any other things, I will get back on here and let you know. But I am pulling up to my man Chris's house. R1 dirt bikes, Aprilias. Video, replaced, or I should say flushed, the braking system, front and rear brand new fluid, because over time moisture can build up and it causes your brakes not to work as efficient. You tend to get brake fade, all types of stuff whenever you have old brake fluid. I happened to get a new front tire as well. I wanted to get one whenever I got a rear tire put on my bike 2 weeks ago. Got that done. Also got an oil change. Did the oil change. And there was something else. My frame slider on my right side, it was the bolt was a little bit loose. So I got that taken care of. But it's really important, like I said before, maintain your bike, take care of it, and it'll take care of you. As much, and how stupid as that sounds, it's actually true for the most part. You take care of it, maintain it as you move on, and as you know, time goes on. Just do little stuff. Some stuff really doesn't cost much, much money at all, but it beats having to, spend a lot more money down the road to replace things. You can prevent certain things from happening. Just check over your bike, check over your bolts, check over everything that moves, everything that's important on your motorcycle. Check it over, because this is not like driving a car. You can kind of neglect things, some things on cars, but on motorcycles it's very important to make sure everything's in working order. Stay tuned for more content. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel. If you're not subscribed already, turn on the post notification bell. And there's Ricardo. But stay tuned, guys. Be safe out there, and I'll see you in the next one.